Welcome to Rule 8 of the SRA's Accounting Rules. This is a big one and we'll be covering Rule 8 in 2 videos. So getting straight into the rule, the SRA states in Rule 8.1 that you keep and maintain accurate, contemporaneous, and chronological records. So here accurate means accurate to a penny. Contemporaneous is time relevant to the transaction, and chronological means in time order. So this is to A, record in client ledger identified by the client's name and an appropriate description of the matter to which they relate all receipts and payments, which are client money on the client side of the ledger, and all receipts and payments which are not client money and bills of cost, including transactions through the authorized body's account on the business side of the client ledger account. The client ledger should always have the name of the client at the top, a description of the matter, and then the date, narrative, and amounts going through there. It should be easy to follow what has been received and what has been posted to the client account, and then see that money go from the client account across to the office account. That's what that part of the rule means. That was part A. So then if we move on to part B of this part of the rule, you maintain a list of all balances shown by the client ledger accounts of the liabilities to clients and third parties, with a running total of the balances, and provide a cash book, point C, showing a running total of all transactions through client accounts held and operated by you. Your client ledger system, which is part of your practice management system, should be able to produce reports that cover all of these requirements. It should show you what you owe to each individual client, and the cash book showing the transactions going through. If you are doing this manually, I definitely recommend doing this through a proper practice management solution that does manage the client money and the office account separately for you. It'll just make life a whole lot easier, as these systems are generally quite compliant with the SRA's regulations. So then on to Rule 8.2, the second part of this rule is that you obtain at least every 5 weeks statements from banks, building societies, and other financial institutions for all client accounts and business accounts held or operated by you. So this is where the practice management software reports will need to be reconciled. So reconciled meaning we compare things to one another and find out what the differences is. So these reports will need to be reconciled to the bank statement every 5 weeks, and you should keep a record of the bank statement with this reconciliation that's being done. So the list of clients and their individual balances will need to be the same as the balance on the cash book in the software, which should in turn then match the bank statement provided by the bank. They might be reconciling items, and there's ways to deal with this. So that's obviously something that your accountant can also help and advise you on how to deal with these things. So that was the first part of our video on Rule 8. So next time we'll look at the rest of Rule 8. Remember, staying informed is key, and thanks for watching.